I can see her lying back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. First one in a while. Wow. Hold on. Need to screw this thing up a little higher. I've never had this beer before. Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. I hear it's a West Coast IPA. It's 6.7 ABV. It's a good one. I love it. All right. So, matriculation. Tomorrow's a big day. My son graduates high school. Where did the time go? Holy crap. I just remember that little dude being 4 pounds and 13 ounces. He was born way premature. He could fit in my hand. I might put a picture up if I can find it of that. But I mean, literally, he was this big to fit in my hand. And now, almost 18 years later, here he is getting ready to go across the stage. Well, he's going to be outside. And if it doesn't rain, poor dude went and got sunburned. Today he spent a couple hours out on the parade field, you know. I told him, welcome to my world. And he came back looking like a lobster. They didn't have any sunscreen for those guys, or water, actually. But yeah, so we got family in, packed house here at the Dean's List, and yeah, it's all about Logan for this weekend. So I took a couple of days off from work, so I'm gonna enjoy these 2 days. Hopefully we don't get rained out tomorrow. I think we will. Yeah, so I couldn't be prouder. Man, where does time go? And he's gonna be going to Christopher Newport University down in Newport News. So excited for that in the fall. So yeah, just a lot of life changes. You know, I got one more kid to get out of the house, man, and I'm gonna, you know, I know my wife is gonna be a crying mess, you know, when he goes off to college and probably for graduation. But you know, once Lorelai leaves and she's out of the house, and it's just Heather and I, we're gonna be looking at each other like, what do we do now? I'm sure we'll find something to do. Do some vacations, date nights, you know. Eating out every night, like, hey, you want to cook? Do you want to cook? No, let's go somewhere, you know. But I got a little bit of a cold. My wife got me sick. It's not COVID. I've had both my vaccinations. I'm good. Just she had a cold. It's always, every time you have an event planned, somebody's gonna get sick. You know, it just happens to be my wife and I for this event. So anyway, I did a brew thing this past weekend. I brewed a Vienna lager. I need to come up with a better name for, actually, no, I did come up with a name. It's called Little River Lager because, you know, we bought us a house. We bought another house down in South Carolina, right near Myrtle Beach. So we're going to go down there on 4th of July weekend and do a little bit of, you know, make sure the carpeting is in and everything, get it all fixed up as our Dean's List South, our alternate talk location. So I figured I'd bring, there's some folks that'll be my retiree friends that, you know, heard I brew and they want me to bring some beer, so I'm bringing the jockey box, and I'll put Little River Lager, it's a Vienna lager, on tap, and maybe I'll cut away here and show some of that brew day footage. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. It is Memorial Day weekend. I am doing a Vienna lager. Haven't brewed in well, I guess the last thing I brewed was, I haven't brewed in about a month. Probably almost 2 months. Last thing I brewed was a Munich Helles. And yeah, that thing takes 3 weeks to lager. Then I've had it on tap for a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's been about 5 weeks
It's been about 5 weeks since I brewed. So I'm doing a Vienna lager for today's brew day. It's called Dreyer's Revenge. I don't like that name. I might have to name it something else. I believe Josh Hoover, I think his is on tap now. It should be. Can't wait to see how that came out. But kind of got me thinking, we're going to be heading down to our, Deansless South house down in South Carolina for 4th of July weekend. So the folks there in the community wanted to try some of the homebrew. So my wife's like, hey, why don't you brew something and bring your jockey box and serve it on tap down there for the weekend. So I thought a Vienna lager would be perfect, perfect kind of serving beer for that kind of occasion. So anyway, and I haven't been brewing a whole lot. It's been competing with exercise and brewing. I'm kind of trying to balance it out, right? I can't exercise some of you guys follow me, or may follow me, know that I've been doing a lot of Peloton lately, and I have to take a break because I got this thing on to kind of monitor my heart over the next nothing bad, I don't think. Just I've been feeling like super pulse. So the doc checked me out and said, dude, you're like fitter than me, and you've got like 25 years on me. So all my stuff is good. My cholesterol, blood pressure, it's like athlete status right now. So I'm thinking, I've noticed this since I had coronavirus. So, back in December. So I don't know, maybe it's because I'm hitting the Peloton so hard and I'm just, getting fitter. I don't know, but just to be on the safe side, they don't know a whole lot about coronavirus right now. So figured that, I got another week to, I can't get all sweaty wearing this thing. So I have to take a shower, aiming the other way. So anyway, so off the Peloton, so that's kind of sad. So, but if I'm not on the Peloton, the other thing I like to do is do this. So the Vienna lager is going well. Had to bust out some tools today because I've been noticing that I set my 3 pots. I don't know if you can see it, but I set my 3 pots on some ceramic flooring that we had left over from it's ceramic tile we had left over from one of our bathroom projects. So we had these extra, squares of ceramic tile. And so, I was looking for, I used to have a piece of plywood there with some pads underneath, but that thing started getting buckled and kind of nasty. So I was looking for a replacement for that. I was thinking about going to the, Lowe's and picking up another board, but my wife's like, hey, why don't you use that ceramic that's, down in the basement that, we're never going to use. I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Heat resistant and all that. But the problem was the last couple of brew days I've been noticing it's getting kind of sticky underneath and some fluid, and I'm like, where the hell is this? Is it condensation or sweat coming from the pots? Because I didn't think I had any leaks. So today I was noticing because I use, I've been talking to Steve Poor about this. I use my bowl kettle to warm up my strike water. And I noticed that I felt under there just to see if I could see any leaks, and I felt some moisture. So these Power Hawks have, let me see if I can show you. These Power Hawks on my kettle, they have 2 probes, or two connectors where the Power Hawk plugs in. And I figured one of those, there's a nut on the outside and then a nut on the inside where the bowl coal is. So I was figuring that, one of them was loose. I figured it was probably the bottom one. I'm just thinking gravity, it's probably the bottom one. But so I filled it up. After I did the strike water, I took my pot over there next to the sink and I filled it up just over the bottom hawk. No moisture. As soon as I let the water go a little higher and get over the top nut, moisture. So I was like, okay. So I took my, clamped it down, filled it up again, no more moisture. So that's, I love when it's weird. Brew days are always interesting because hopefully you figure something out minor, you make a tweak and you fix it. And so it's just, I don't know, it's my happy place. I like when I fix something like that. Not that I'm very handy around the house, but when I can fix something with 3 wrenches, I'm happy. And I think I need to go to the store and find a, what do you call it? Socket. I need to find a deep well socket that fits that nut, because these wrenches, you can't, because of the casing around, you saw where those probes are, or where those hawks are, you can't really get this in there So I need a really long deep well socket that I can use my socket wrench to keep those things tight. So I keep saying I'm going to do that, and I always forget to go and do it. What else? Yeah, so this Vienna lager, it's mostly it's about 9 pounds of Vienna malt, 6 ounces of melanoidin, a pound of, usually I do caramel 40, but they didn't have any, so I went caramel 20, a pound of Munich Light, and 4 ounces of special roast. So that's the grist, and then I use Hallertauer Mittelfrüh for 3 ounces, 2 ounces at 60, 1 ounce at 30, and then I think a half ounce of Saaz at 15 minutes. And then I use 2 packs of German lager yeast, WOP 830. So that is the recipe. I'm doing the mash at like 152. I figure that's a good, you don't want it too malty, you don't want it too thin. So 152 should be good. I usually I'm 154 kind of guy when I do IPAs and stuff, but I figure this one would be more of a summer beer. All right, there's the Vienna lager going in. Oh, I need to get a runoff gravity. Man, look at that color. That's nice, and that'll lighten up a little bit as it goes. Yeah. Nice color. Okay, I'm back. So as you saw, I'm sparging now into the boil kettle. So the runoff gravity was put it here was 1082. And I am now enjoying to state the obvious, enjoying a nice Vienna lager on a Vienna lager brew day. I think that this color, let me try to see if I can do this without dropping my phone in the pot. There's the color, there's the Vienna lager. That color will lighten up a little bit, so I think it's going to be about the right color for a Vienna lager, although mine's going to be a lot clearer. I'm not sure why this Vienna lager is so cloudy or hazy, but mine will be more clear, better clear. Yeah, Vienna lager is cool because it's got that kind of fruity quality of a lager, but it's also got a slight toastiness, kind of biscuity to it, which just makes them really, 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 really good summer beers. So it's a pretty easy brew day so far. I'll check back later. All right, I'm about 5 minutes into the boil. Just dropped the Hallertauer. Things are going well. My OG my pre-boil was 1050, so that was a pretty good efficiency.
So yeah, it was a good brew day. Went perfect. It's fermenting well. It's in the fridge now. It's got a nice krausen on it. I'll do my normal, 3-week brewlosophy method. Then I'll have a week to keep it on the tap and get it just about right. So when I take it down there, it's nice and perfectly carved, and we'll run it through the jockey box and let everybody drink to their heart's content. So yeah, a little run down today, a little tired with a cold. It's been busy at work. It's just been busy. It's been a busy time. So I will cut it here. It's a good week, get to watch a major life milestone for my son, and had a brew day, and summer's kicking off. People are taking their masks off now, which is great. We're getting out, getting about. People are traveling again. Don't go beat up your flight steward. I saw some lady knock some, sorry, not flight steward, flight attendant. I saw some unruly passenger decided to beat up the flight attendant and knock your teeth out. So don't be doing that. Don't be a knucklehead. Anyway, man, this is. I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I like what you do. I like what you do there. It's kind of a cool. Got the little barbed wire all the way around it. Old school. Man, this is good. This is an old school IPA. They're coming back. They're coming back. So anyway, have yourself a happy homebrew. Drink water. It's hot outside. My pool's open. You know, if you're in a Dean's List and you know where we are, swing by. Let's take a dip in the pool and drink some homebrew, and have yourself a very, very happy homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.